Can we say wipe out? I mean, Facebook is really just free falling today, and we have Matt Cheslock here to maybe sing the song with me.
Is that Tom Petty?
I think so.
All right, I will never sing.
We'll just go. Well, I guess we can't go to a concert, unfortunately. But, anyway, let's talk about Facebook. I mean, a lot of people are saying that these are some waters they want to go back into. Is it safe out there?
Wow. I think at this point it's much different than what we went through when we saw Facebook come in last time, and that was based on the Senate hearings and the data breaches and things. That was a much different scenario. This is actually really predicated on their earnings. And again, as an investor or as a trader, I think you're going to want to take a wait-and-see attitude and see if it can improve. The numbers that they were dealing with were on a historical growth level were almost unsustainable. I mean, these numbers couldn't continue on the trajectory that they were going. So some kind of slowdown should have been expected. And it's not that negative of a company. It's a growth. I mean, they've reached their growing points, and how much more can you get? So, again, is there going to be trading opportunities in this? Absolutely. If you're going to be able to buy on a dip and sell it up a little bit on some kind of rally, that's a trading opportunity. If you're a long-term investor, I think you're probably going to be more cautious about trying to get in right at this point based on this severe move.
Well, whatever you choose to do, you need an armor of steel out there. And hey, speaking of steel, is that resolved now with this meeting we had yesterday?
Well, it's a big step, right? And this is just with the EU. So while this was, something that was in the background, it's still U.S.-China. That's still the major focus. But this is a big step to say, listen, we got this done with the EU. We can get it done with China. And these tariffs are weighing on the third and fourth quarter of a lot of these industrial companies. And we saw Boeing, for example, really suffer. They're one of the largest exporters to China. So if not the single biggest exporter to China from the U.S. So these are major concessions that we're going to have to get from China. But certainly it's a step in the right direction.
And despite all the action that's going on, we've had this, low volume summer chop despite around earnings. Any stocks or sectors that have some reasonable size that you noticed recently?
Well, I mean, of course, the financials. We've seen that sector rotation. Obviously, FANG is taking it on the chin today, but that could all change dramatically tomorrow with Amazon. That's the monster right now, and their tentacles are everywhere. So they're going to be able to offset maybe declining in some certain sector, and they're probably going to see an increase in growth in advertising and Whole Foods and the cloud. So that's going to bear watching. If we get a good report out of them today, may be kind of muted. But the energy sector, as you get toward the end of the week, biggest performer of the first quarter. What do we see out of them as oil's traded up and maintain the $70 level? These oil companies are going to come out with some positive numbers to get people excited again about getting into the oil space.